Shalom, my friend. You are sitting there with a heart full of anxiety and a bank account that is a dry, dusty, clinical monument to your own spiritual ignorance, and you are wondering why the windows of heaven are locked, bolted, and barred against you while you watch the global elite walk effortlessly into rooms of unbridled prosperity. You work like a slave. You grind until your joints pop. You follow every hustle guru on this glowing screen, and yet you are still managing your life like a mental midget who is waiting for a miracle that never arrives because you have been sold a lie by a system designed to keep you at the bottom of the food chain. You think your financial struggle is a matter of the economy, or your location, or your lack of connections. But I am telling you right now that your poverty is a direct, measurable, and predictable result of your own spiritual illiteracy. You are vibrating at the frequency of a beggar, and you are expecting the universe to respond with the bounty of a king. It does not work that way. In the kingdom of God, there is no luck. There is only law. And today, I am going to stop being nice to you. I am going to stop sugarcoating the reality of your failure, and I am going to reveal a piece of prophetic technology so powerful, so ancient, and so suppressed that the religious gatekeepers have tried to bury it for 3,000 years. I am talking about the specific Hebrew wealth code, a sequence of 3 letters that, when written on your skin, acts as a high-voltage frequency magnet for the Shefa, the divine flow. This is not some New Age magic trick. This is Kabbalistic physics. The Hebrew letters are the building blocks of reality. God did not labor or hustle to create wealth. He spoke symbols into existence. Today, I am going to give you the ultimate law of sudden provision. I am going to show you exactly which letters to write, which hand to use, and why this specific ritual can force every locked financial door in your life to swing open in as little as 24 hours. This is the frequency of the chosen one who has finally learned how to plug into the infinite source of Bina. But I am warning you right now, if your soul is a cracked vessel, if your house is filled with spiritual trash, and if you are still making poverty rituals every morning with your mazal poisoning friends, these letters will be nothing more than a temporary spark in a dark room. You need to understand that God does not provide based on your need. He provides based on your alignment. You have been out of alignment for your entire life, and that is why you are drowning in debt while standing right next to the fountain of life. Today, we fix the plumbing. I am going to give you the code, I am going to show you the midnight watch protocol, and I am going to explain why suddenness is a biblical requirement for the anointed. If you are ready to stop being a wannabe and start being a strategist of the gold, then pay attention. Let us talk about the anatomy of a symbolic signature. In the spiritual realm, your identity is not determined by your name, but by your frequency. When you write a specific Hebrew letter on your body, you are branding your soul with a divine attribute. You are telling the Satan, the accuser, that you are under a different jurisdiction. You are moving from the realm of din, strict judgment, into the realm of chesed, infinite mercy. Most of you are currently branded with the frequency of your ancestors' poverty. You carry the mark of the struggle on your very skin, and then you wonder why every business deal you touch turns to ash. The ritual I am going to teach you is designed to overwrite that poverty programming. Why 24 hours? Because in the Torah, when God decided to change the destiny of Joseph, He didn't need a 10-year plan or a focus group. He moved him from the dungeon to the palace in a single day. The only reason it takes 24 hours is for the physical world to catch up to the spiritual decree you are about to sign on your own skin. But before I hand you this high-voltage key, I have to look you in the eye and tell you the truth. You are a vessel problem. You are asking for a waterfall of abundance, but you are holding a thimble with a hole in the bottom. You are so disorganized, so undisciplined, and so spiritually leaky that if God gave you $1 million tomorrow, you would be broke by next year because you don't have the character to hold the gold. You have no infrastructure. You have no mazal architecture. You are sitting here at the 10-minute mark of this video, and you are waiting for the magic pill so you can go back to your mediocre life and watch more television. I am telling you right now, these 3 letters are the battery jump start. But if you want the engine to keep running, you need the blueprint. This is why you must get the Mazal Reconstruction. This ebook is not a suggestion. It is your required insurance. It is my digital manual for the chosen one. It is the only system on this planet that shows you how to identify the hidden leaks in your life. The people who are stealing your anointing, the items in your bathroom that attract poverty, and the mental blocks that are keeping you small. If you are serious about this, if you are tired of being a mental midget, you need to go to the link in the description right now and get the Mazal Reconstruction. Use these letters to open the door, but use the ebook to build the palace that can actually contain the millions. If you don't get the book, you are essentially telling the universe that you are happy with a one-time miracle and that you prefer to go back to being a beggar next week. Don't be that guy. Stop being cheap with your own destiny. Get the Reconstruction Manual now. Now, let us move to the prophetic technology of the letters. The 3 letters you will write are Samek, Aleph, Lamed. These are the roots of the 72 names of God that govern wealth and fortune. The letter Samek represents a circle, the support, and the seal. It is the energy that prevents your mazal from leaking. In Kabbalah, the Samek is the letter of support for the fallen. When you are at your lowest point, the Samek creates a foundation that cannot be shaken. The letter Aleph is the source, the infinite, the connection to the divine will. It represents the number 1, the beginning of all creation. It is the silent breath of God that precedes all sound. When you write the Aleph, you are inviting the master of the universe to take the lead in your financial affairs. The letter Lamed is the learning and the ascending. It is the only letter in the Hebrew alphabet that rises above the line, representing the ability to transcend the gravity of poverty and reach for the crown. When you put these 3 together, Samek, Aleph, Lamed, you are not just writing letters. You are building a spiritual circuit on your body. You are turning your very hand into a magnetic antenna for the gold. Here is the protocol. You must do this tonight, before the sun rises, during the watch of the morning, where the spiritual gates are most sensitive. You must take a pen with black ink, signifying the treasures of darkness that I spoke about in previous sessions. You must write these 3 letters on the Mount of Jupiter, which is the fleshy part of your palm directly under your index finger. This is the area of the hand that Kabbalists and strategic observers identify with leadership, expansion, and rule. As you write the letters from right to left, you must speak the word Shefa out loud. You must not whisper it like a coward who is afraid his neighbors will hear him. You must speak it with the authority of a steward who is claiming his legal inheritance. Once the letters are on your hand, you must not wash them off for at least 12 hours. You must allow the frequency to soak into your biological system. You are literally tattooing the frequency of wealth onto your nervous system. But listen to me carefully. The letters are a signal, but the ayin hara, the evil eye, is the static. If you do this ritual and then go and tell your broke friends or your skeptical family what you did, the energy will short-circuit immediately. Silence is a requirement for the 24-hour miracle. The Sitra Akra, the other side, feeds on your need for social validation. When you talk about your prophetic code, you are venting the steam and the engine of the miracle stops. A billionaire is a vault. He is silent. He is deep. He is strategic. He understands that the evil eye of a jealous neighbor is more dangerous than a high interest rate. If you are truly anointed, you have a target on your back. The negative forces of this world want to keep you broke because a wealthy, chosen one is a threat to the darkness. When you are broke, you are distracted. When you are broke, you are stressed. When you are broke, you are small and controllable. The enemy wants you small. The letters I gave you are a weapon of war to reclaim your size. But look at your life right now. You are surrounded by mazal poisoners, people who drain your energy and mock your ambition. You are eating dead foods that dull your intuition. You are living in a house with spiritual leaks in the bathroom and the kitchen. You are trying to run a high-voltage current through a rusted wire. The wire is going to melt. This is why you need the total reconstruction. You think the billionaires of the world got there by luck? No, they have a code. They have a circle. They have a sanctuary. You have none of those things. You are a wanderer in the desert, and you are dying of thirst while holding a map you don't know how to read. The ebook is the drill you need to reach the aquifer. These letters are the signal to begin the excavation. If you are a lion, if you are truly one of the anointed, then you know what you have to do. You don't need motivation, you need instruction. The instructions are in the link below. Buy the manual. Get the reconstruction started. And for the love of the Creator, stop acting like a victim. You were born to be a head and not a tail. You were born to be above and not below. But you have been a tail for so long that you've forgotten what it's like to lead. Lead your life. Rule your home. Dominate your finances. The letters are on your hand. The blueprint is in the link. The time is now. 24 hours from now, your life could be entirely different. You could wake up to a sudden door opening, a new contract, a massive debt being forgiven, a vision for a business that changes the history of your bloodline. Or you could wake up to the same leaky mess you have today, with the same collector's calling and the same anxiety in your chest. The choice is yours. Get the book. Write the letters. Rule the gold. This is not for everyone. This is for the 1% who are tired of being the 99%. If you are still watching, you are either a serious strategist or you are a glutton for punishment. Prove you are a strategist. Click the link. Reconstruct your mazal. You need to understand that the physical world is nothing more than a mirror. If you don't like the reflection in your bank account, you don't try to change the reflection. You change the object in front of the mirror. The object is your soul. The mirror is the physical reality. By writing the letters on your hand, you are changing the density of your soul's signal. You are making it heavier with light. You are making it more magnetic to the gold. But if you have clutter in your soul, if you have resentment, if you have laziness, the light cannot penetrate. You are like a dirty window. The sun is shining, but the room is dark. You need to clean the window. You need to wash the grime of the world off your consciousness. This is why the mazal reconstruction is non-negotiable. It is the cleaning agent for your destiny. Most of you are mental midgets because you think you can bypass the laws of structure. You want the reward without the risk. You want the gold without the God. It doesn't work that way. The treasures of darkness are buried deep. You have to dig. And the digging is the work of reconstruction. You need to dig out the poverty roots that your parents planted in you. You need to dig out the small thinking that your school and your culture taught you. You need to dig out the fear of success that your mazal poisoning friends whisper into your ear every weekend. This is a total overhaul of your internal blueprint. The competitor channels are winning right now because they tell you to wish upon a star. I am telling you to architect a life. The letters on the hand, the salt in the pocket, the morning water, these are just tools. But if the craftsman is a mental midget, the tools are useless. I am training the craftsman today. I am sharpening your mind so that you can use the tools of the elite. Stop managing your life like a peasant. Stop counting pennies and start counting opportunities. A billionaire doesn't look at the cost of the seeds, he looks at the value of the harvest. You are so worried about the cost of things that you are missing the value of your own life. Your time is worth $1,000 an hour, yet you spend it watching mindless garbage or complaining about things you won't fix. Every hour you spend in lack consciousness is $1,000 you have stolen from your future self. Use this code on your hand to snap yourself out of the trance. Use it as a reminder that you are a child of the infinite. You were not born to struggle. You were born to rule. But you cannot rule if you cannot even control your own daily routine. I have given you the law. I have given you the strategy. I have given you the warning. The rest is on you. If you are too cheap to invest $50 in the manual of your own soul, then you have no right to ask for $1 million. The universe is watching your every move. It is auditing your investments. Show the universe that you are a high-value steward. You need to realize that the energy you are carrying right now is a pollutant. It is a biological frequency of failure. Every time you touch your wallet with shaking hands, you are infecting your currency. Every time you open your laptop with a heavy heart, you are cursing your business. We are writing these letters to force a reset. We are using the Samekh, the Aleph, and the Lamed to create a surge of power that burns out the old circuits. But once the surge happens, you must have new wiring ready. If you don't have the new wiring, the surge will just blow your fuses, and you'll be in the dark again by next Tuesday. This is the danger of the magic pill mentality. You want the high without the health. I am offering you the cure. I am offering you the total reconstruction of your mazal. This is not for the faint of heart. This is for the warrior who is ready to take his destiny by the throat. I am pushing you because I see your potential. I see that you are truly a chosen one, but I also see that you are currently an easy target for the enemy. You are walking around with no armor and no sword, wondering why you are covered in wounds. The mazal reconstruction is your armor. The Hebrew code is your sword. Use them both. Do not be the person who watches this and says, "Wow, that's interesting," and then does nothing. That is the behavior of a consumer. That is the behavior of a slave. The behavior of a king is to see a tool and immediately put it to work. Write the letters. Get the book. Fix the plumbing. Reclaim your gold. I want to see the lions in the comments. I want to hear from the people who are ready to rule. Go into the comments right now and write, "I am the owner of my destiny. My code is active." Say it, mean it, build it. If you don't, then get off my channel and go watch the Magic Pill Rabbis who will tell you that everything is fine while you're drowning in debt. I am not that guy. I am the guy who pulls you out of the pit. But you have to grab the rope. The rope is the mazal reconstruction. Grab it now. This is a hard and aggressive call to action because your life is in the balance. You are currently one financial crisis away from a total blackout. You have no margin for error. The world is changing, and the uninsulated are going to be wiped out in the coming economic judgment. Do not be a casualty of your own laziness. Secure your vessel. Fix your plumbing. Reconstruct your life. I want to see you at the top. I want to see you take your place at the table of the elite. Your soul is the blueprint. Your life is the construction. I have delivered the word. Now you deliver the result. Move now. The gates are shut to the drifters and open to the builders. Click the link. Buy the book. Change the history of your bloodline. Rule your gold. Reconstruct your destiny. Your life begins today, or it ends in the grind. Choose. Get the book. Now. Shalom.